Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Buck Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Georgia Bulldogs taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Humphreys. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced the tackle for a loss.
The play-action fake. Dances away from the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Gets it out quickly. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
To the air, it's back. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They want to throw it. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Field goal is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
First down for this offense. And that pass intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They move the tight end all over. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Trying to pound it in. And they'll knock him down.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Defense showing blitz here. They'll try to power it in. Not only will he not get in, they'll stop him behind the line at the 4.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, going up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The give to the lone running back. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Looking for room at the 40. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 3, Ole Miss 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Dart. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Looking to buy time. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, but he doesn't.
He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they...
Can anyone catch him? The 40. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Number 1.
You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he got loose, it was all over. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top-5 battle, and now it's a final. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
And you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, you got to put that ball and put it on him. And you can tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from QB.
Back to throw, it's Beck. He'll take a deep shot here. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Boy, What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Going to the run, it's Parrish. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stuff.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
And now on second down for this offense. Here's the handoff. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. If you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs, Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy, no Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
To the air, it's back. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Dogs want to move quickly. Dialing up a second down pass play. Unloads it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth.
Trying to beat the D deep. Brings it in down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside running game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Using the quick game. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ole Miss 21, Georgia 17. Return goes out of bounds.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's back. Buys a little time. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Lovett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing failed.
Looking to throw it again. Got him downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to throw, it's back. Quarterback extends the play. Looking to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Big House, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Indiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Coming after it. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lee. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he muffs it, it's loose.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He wants to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Just enough time to get off one more snap. On second down, wants to throw. Lofts one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Dart. Get it out on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
On second down, looking again to throw. A little screen to the running back. On the move at the 30. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Got some room headed to the goal line. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in the middle. It's Lovett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in the kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away.
He lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Back to pass, it's Beck. Trying to get to him. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
On 3rd down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bulldogs are on the move. They'll try the run. Hard running there.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't have guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
In the red area, it's Etienne. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. If you're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that, boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter back.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Grab near the marker. It's Bentley. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
To the air. It's Dart. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the
by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. First down to start the drive after the break. On the run, it's Parrish. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And no surprise, I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On second down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. Wants to throw on third down. They've got the screen set up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply, we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Going up top. It's complete. A huge pickup. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, you know, this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set. First down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Dogs! Now they'll try to tie it up with the two late. He'll ride his man on the option. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the fourth.
Lots of pressure. You have got to love the way your offense handles business. Down on the goal line, two-point situation. You tie the game if you get it. They do. And now we're going to the wire.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Still looking on the move. He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Pressure coming. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Back to throw. It's Dart. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on.
And he's still running after the move. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Pulls it in. It's Lee. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And it's picked off for the third time today. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a great play by the defense and paying it off. Reception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Bentley. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Complete to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Takes a hit as he fired. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their